Hello children, let me welcome you to the virtual class of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher. Children, we are in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic, and because of that we are not able to go to school, but that doesn't mean we are going to stop learning. So we are going to do many lessons which are very interesting from your textbook through the virtual class here. So let us do a lesson in English today. So children, let's start a lesson in Standard 4th English, and this will be a very beautiful story about a man and his friend. Okay, and you can see the picture of an animal on the screen. Which animal is it? Yes, it is the king of the jungle. Okay, so this story is also about an animal, and that animal is the lion. So come on, let's go and see the story, which is lesson number 29 in your English textbooks, and the name of the lesson is Androcles and the lion. So Androcles is a person who was a slave, okay, a servant, and how he got friendly with this lion which lives in the jungle. And then what happened later is the story, which is Androcles and the lion. So come on, let's see what the story is. Before that, we will see a little bit about the writer and about the background in which the story was set. So this was written by George Bernard Shaw. It was written in the form of a play, okay, and he wrote it in the year 1912. So this was a play, and then later on you will see it became a movie also for children, and it was shown as a drama. People have acted in this, and it has been shown as a play or as a drama in various places. So this George Bernard Shaw, he was born in the year 1856 and he passed away in the year 1950. He was an Irish comic dramatist. That is, he used to write comedy, he used to write drama. He was also a literary critic. Critic means what? When someone else used to write something, he used to give his opinion about that. He was also the winner of the Nobel Prize. Alright, so this much of information about the writer of this particular story is enough for us to understand. So who has written this particular play or this particular drama? And we are reading it in the form of a story. It is George Bernard Shaw. Now let us try and understand a little bit about the background of this story. So this story is about friendship. Now you know what friendship is, children? It is when you are very close and you have a lot of things to share. You share your joys, you share your sorrows, and you are very close to some person. That thing is called as friendship. So you might be having many friends around you, isn't it? You might be having friends in school, you might be having friends in the place where you stay, you might be having friends where you go to play. So this friendship can happen between two people. But here in our story, the friendship which is shown is between a man and a beast. That is, it is not the friendship between two people, but it is a friendship between a person and an animal. So you must have seen many people having animals as their friends. And we all know about the dog, a pet animal, the dog. It is said that the dog is man's best friend. So wherever people go, their pet dogs follow them behind, and they get so much of love from the dog. So you can see this dog is so big, but the child is so small. But the dog will be very, very gentle with the child. So sometimes human beings, men, women, they also have animals as friends. Okay, so see, let's see one more picture. Now in the previous picture, the animal was a domestic animal. It was a dog. But see here in the picture, people can also sometimes have wild animals as pets. So here a person has got elephants as his pet. Wonderful, na? Having an elephant as your pet or having an elephant for a friend. You all must have seen the movie Mowgli, the Jungle Book. So in that also you must have seen Mowgli had so many animal friends. He had Bagheera, he had Baloo. Okay, so this story is also a story like that. So see here,
one more wild animal as a friend. Now, this is a bear, a polar bear. But see this man, how nicely he's lying on the polar bear, because the polar bear is his friend. And he knows that the polar bear will not do him any kind of harm. So, this story is a story of friendship between two people. One is Androcles, that is this person here. He is Androcles, and a lion. So, these two people, a human being called Androcles and a wild animal called the lion, became best of friends. So, let us try and find out how they became the best of friends. So, we will go to the story, but before going to the story, let me tell you a little bit about the background of the story. That is why the story happened and what the situation like was when the story happened. So, see, in ancient times, children, people used to have slaves. Okay, there were people who used to keep slaves. Now, many of us, we have maids coming into our homes. Okay, we have people who come and wash our vessels, wash our clothes. They are called as maids. They are not slaves, because they've come, they finish their work, and they go back home. Now, these slaves, they were never paid anything, all right, and they were not allowed to go home also. So, their life was very, very bad. So, the kings, the nobles, and the other wealthy people used to bring these poor people and treat them and keep them as slaves. Now, the life of the slaves was very bad. They were made to work so hard for their masters. Heavy work they were made to do for their masters. All right, they had to work day and night for their masters, and they were given work which was so heavy that sometimes they used to faint and they used to die also because of the work that they had to do. And the second thing was that these people, the slaves, they did not have any kind of freedom. All right, they were not allowed to go anywhere. They could not go back to their homes. They had to stay wherever the master made them stay. And at night, sometimes, like the animals are chained or the animals are kept in cages, these slaves also were kept in cages. So, can you imagine a human being treated like this? But fortunately, children, in today's times, slavery is abolished. That is, you cannot keep anyone as your slave. Now, not only were they not given freedom, but you will see that they were punished also badly. So, see, they used to be whipped. What is the meaning of whipping? Hitting someone, beating someone up. So, they were whipped also when they never used to do some work, or if they used to drop something, or if they used to fall when they were working. They used to be whipped badly. And not only that, they were also not given food to eat. So, their masters used to starve them also. After working so hard, you feel hungry, isn't it? And you want to eat well. But then the masters never used to give them food also to eat. Now, Androcles was one such slave. Androcles, he did not like his wicked master. And his master starved him. He whipped him. And Androcles started feeling that death was better than serving such a master. He said, it is better that I die than I work for this kind of a master. So he kept on looking out for a good opportunity to run away. And when he got the first chance, he ran away and he escaped from the clutches of his cruel master. Clutches means ताबे में से. In Hindi we say ना, वो उसके ताबे में था, वो उसके कब्जे में था, and he ran away from the clutches of his cruel master. Now, of course, Androcles, after he ran away into a jungle, into a forest. He was not afraid of the animals in the forest, okay, because he was very, very brave. He did not even have a roof on his head. That is, he did not have a place where he could sleep, where he could rest. But he said it is okay. He was very happy that he was free now and he could go wherever he wished and he could go whenever he wished to any place of his choice. So even though now our Androcles had to live in a forest without any shelter, without proper food, he was still happy that he was not working for his master, because his master was very, very cruel. Alright, then let's see what happened. Suddenly, one day, when he was wandering in the forest, he came face to face with a lion. So, can you see? Androcles got so scared that he fell down to the floor. He became very, very afraid. Now, first thing that Androcles wanted to do was he wanted to turn and he wanted to run away. Okay, he thought that this lion is now going to kill me, because lions are wild animals and they eat other animals. So he thought that now this is the end of my story and this lion is going to kill me. So his first thought was he wanted to turn and he wanted to run. But then what did he see? He noticed that the lion, it did not growl, it did not roar also. Now lions, when they see something, they roar. So he said, he thought that the lion is not growling and he's not roaring also. And it was looking at him as if it was in great pain. See, look at the face of the lion. The lion is looking as if he's in very great pain. He's looking very, very sad. That is the time Androcles thought that I should see what is wrong with the lion. Now, Androcles was very brave. Along with being brave, he was very kind, he was very gentle. Okay, so he came close to the lion very carefully. He walked close to the lion. He paused for some time and then he looked at the lion. He felt as if the lion is telling him, please help me. Okay, why? Because the lion seemed to be in pain. Now, when Androcles went very close to the lion, he saw that the lion's paw was wounded. It was sore and it was swollen. Why? Because there was a big thorn. On a closer look, Androcles noticed that there was a big thorn that had pierced one of the lion's toes. And that was the reason that the lion was so very sad and he was so much in pain. So he told to the lion, or he said to the lion, or he thought to himself, so this is the cause of the lion's distress. See, imagine when something pricks your feet and you are not able to remove it from there. It causes a lot of pain, especially when you walk. Now the thorn was in the lion's paw. Now each time the lion used to walk, the thorn used to hurt him very badly. So look at Androcles. He's not gone very close to the lion. He's a little bit cautious. He's a little bit careful and he's trying to remove the thorn from the lion's paw. So he was successful in removing the thorn. Androcles took the paw in his left hand and he deftly pulled out the thorn. So you can see how he's taken the paw in his hand and how he pulled out the thorn from the paw of the lion. The lion's pain immediately started becoming lesser and lesser. After that, what did Androcles do? He tore a piece of his own clothing and he tied a bandage to the lion's injured paw. Because what would have happened? There would be a wound which is open, and if the flies or if some other mud or dirt would get into the wound would become infected. That is the reason that Androcles, he tore a piece of his own cloth, of his own clothes, his shirt, and he tied a bandage to the lion's paw. So now, somehow, Androcles was able to relieve the lion of his pain. And Androcles was very surprised when the lion started licking his arm. So he wanted to say thank you to Androcles, but of course the lion could not speak. So the lion started licking Androcles' arm. Okay, now Androcles did not leave the lion there. What did he do? He stayed with the lion till the lion could walk again. And not only that, Androcles would also hunt in the forest, and he would share his food with the helpless animal. Now, the animal couldn't walk, the lion couldn't walk, he would have died of hunger. So, Androcles, he lived with the lion, he stayed with the lion till the lion could walk again. And what else did he do for the lion? He would hunt in the forest and share his food with the helpless beast. And he would also clean and dress the lion's wound every day. So he would open the bandage and he would clean the wound. Okay, he would wash the wound and he would again tie the bandage to it. So see how much of, you can say, seva, or how much of help this person Androcles did to an animal which was wild. Okay, he could have just left the lion there and he could have moved on, because the lion did not want to kill him. The lion was in a lot of pain, but he stopped and he tried to clear the wound of the lion. He showed so much of mercy towards the lion. Okay, and they both started living happily. The lion was much relieved and he was very grateful also. And then wherever Androcles used to go, the lion used to follow him around. He used to jump like a dog and he used to lick his hands and feet. So the lion is a very wild animal. Okay, it is a very ferocious animal. But look here, the lion, he had almost become like a dog. Sometimes it would follow Androcles around wherever Androcles went. So this is how they started living happily in the forest. But in the meanwhile, Androcles' master had complained to the authorities that his slave Androcles had run away. And now these soldiers started looking everywhere for Androcles. Okay, just like you lose something, if someone steals something from your house, you go and you lodge a complaint in the police station. In the same way, Androcles' master had complained that his slave had run away. And then one fine day, the people came and they found Androcles and they found the lion and they carried both of them away. And now Androcles was put in jail. So they put Androcles in chains in a prison. Alright, and poor Androcles, he was in jail, and his friend, the lion, they put him in a cage. So the soldiers, they came to the jungle, they searched for Androcles, and they took Androcles and his friend, the lion, into prison. Now in those times, the people who were found guilty of any crime, they were given very, very serious punishment. Alright, so what the king used to do, he used to gather all the people in his kingdom into a big stadium or arena, and then in front of all these people, those who were supposed to be punished were fed to the wild beasts. Alright, so they were thrown in front of lions and in front of tigers and in front of wild animals. So now Androcles had run away from his master. That was supposed to be a very, very serious crime. And now Androcles was also going to be thrown in front of wild beasts. So the king ordered that he should be punished and he should be thrown in front of the wild beasts. So on the day when Androcles was supposed to be punished, the king came and the king sat on his throne, and there was a huge crowd, and they brought Androcles into the arena, and then they opened up his chains. So you can see there, Androcles is standing in the arena. In the background there are lots of people sitting. Now his chains were opened up. Unbound means they were opened up, and also they released his friend, the lion. Now Androcles did not know that this is my friend. Okay, the lion saw Androcles and rushed towards him, bounding and roaring. And suddenly it stopped in its tracks. So as soon as the cage of the lion was opened, see, they opened the cage of the lion rushed towards Androcles. And he was ready to tear Androcles and eat him up. And what is the reason for that? What they used to do is, they used to keep these animals hungry. They never used to feed the animals for a number of days. So when the animal is very hungry, he becomes very angry also. Okay, so that was the reason. So as soon as the lion saw Androcles, he rushed towards him. But suddenly, he stopped. And then what happened? As soon as he saw Androcles, he came towards him. Okay, and he began to purr and he began to rub his nose against Androcles. Androcles also hugged the lion, and all the anger, all the rage of the lion seemed to melt away. It looked as if the lion's anger had all melted away. Androcles also saw his friend, and Androcles recognized his friend. Okay, and the lion recognized Androcles, and Androcles recognized the lion. So the friends recognized each other. Now all the people who were there along with the emperor, they watched this sight in great wonder. So they said, "Arey, we thought that the lion will walk in, it will rush in, and it will tear Androcles up. But that is not happening here. What is happening here? The Androcles and the lion are hugging each other. The lion is licking Androcles' face. Oh my God," they said, "what is this happening?" And then people began to cheer, and people began to ask for Androcles' release, because they had never seen such a thing happening in their lives. Whenever they used to come here to see a punishment, the person was always brought into the arena, the wild animals were released, and the wild animals would just eat up that person. So this is the first time that they had seen something like this. And then the emperor, he asked Androcles to explain why the lion is behaving like this. When he heard the whole story which Androcles had to tell him, the emperor was also moved by the gratitude and friendship between man and beast. So Androcles told him the entire story of how he had run away and how he was hiding in the forest and how he came across this particular lion one day, and without any selfishness, how he cleared the pain of the lion, how he tended to the lion, how he took care of the lion, he gave him food to eat, he cleaned his wound, and all the story. The emperor was very, very moved. Okay, he was very, very, you can say he felt very emotional when he heard the story. And then he said that, "I will not punish Androcles." He ordered that Androcles should be set free and he would no longer be a slave. Now after that, the emperor asked Androcles what other reward he would like. He said, "Do you want anything else? You can tell me." Androcles replied, now see, Androcles could have asked for so many things. He could have asked for money, he could have asked for a house to stay, he could have asked for gold, but Androcles replied that he did not want anything for himself, but he wanted the lion to be set free. So the two friends, they went back to the forest and they lived a free life. So isn't that a wonderful story, children, of friendship and of course of gratitude? That is one more important point here. Gratitude means what? When someone helps you in your time of need, you should always remember it. Okay? It is not as if once your work is over, then you forget your friend. So whenever someone helps you in your life, when you are in trouble, If someone came forward and someone helped you, you should always try and help that person back if you get a chance. So this was the beautiful story of Androcles and the lion. Now there are not too many exercises to be done in this story, children. There are a few exercises. Come on, let's take a look at them. So we will look at some meanings here first. Okay, there are around 6-7 meanings in your textbook. I will try and show you some of them along with pictures. And what you will do is the remaining ones, again you will go to Google. You will open Google and try and find out the meanings along with the pictures, so you will understand better. So come on, let's look at some words. So the first one is piteously. So piteously means sorrowfully. When someone is in pain, when someone is in sorrow, the look that they have on their face, okay, that look is called as piteous. And when you look at someone like that, it's saying you look at someone piteously. Alright, look at the next one. It is cautiously. Cautiously means carefully. See how the boy is walking? There is a lot of there are some puddles, there are some water spaces on the floor, so he doesn't want to slip, so he is walking cautiously or carefully. Androcles also, he went to the lion very cautiously, isn't it? Let us look at two more meanings here. One is whimpered. Now whimpering means to cry softly. So not open your mouth and wail, but to cry very softly, to make soft sounds and cry. That is the meaning of whimpering. Alright, and then the last meaning for today, arena. So arena means what? A kind of a stadium. So this is a place where people play matches, and when there are events, okay, when there is a festival, people might go there and celebrate it. So an arena is a word which is used for a stadium in ancient times. Nowadays we say stadium. Okay, so that was about meanings. Now let us talk about some more phrases where we will not only guess the meaning, but we will also try to use them in our own sentences. Okay, so here also you have 3 or 4 question phrases. I will show you some, and some of them will be homework for you. So let's look at the first one. It is face to face. So face to face means what? Close together and facing each other. So see, these two people, they are talking face to face. So what are the other ways in which you can talk? You can talk on the telephone. Okay, you can call each other and talk. But when you're talking on the telephone, you're not talking face to face. Here what are you doing? You're talking face to face. And let us take an example sentence. So the students came face to face with their teacher after a long time. So this is a sentence which is related to the situation that we are in today. Okay, we see our teachers, of course, but we see them only on the phones, only on the computer screens. Have you come face to face with your teacher yet? No. Alright, so as soon as this pandemic is over, we will all come face to face with each other. So the sentence is, the students came face to face with their teacher after a long time. Let us take a look at one more example here. So see, the sentence is high and low. What is the meaning of high and low? In many different places. So you are searching for something. High and low is usually a phrase which is used for looking for or for searching. So look at this boy. His name is Rahul. What is he doing? Rahul searched high and low for his new toy. Okay, so high and low means in many different places. Whichever places are possible, in all those places. Okay, come on. Now let's go to the next exercise. There are a few phrases remaining in this exercise. That is your assignment. Let's come to the last part of our lesson today, where we are supposed to find out at least 5 pairs of opposites from the story. Now I will give you 5 pairs, and your assignment will be to find out 5 more pairs. Okay, either from the story or from any book or from newspaper, storybook, etc. So let us see the 5 pairs of opposite words from the story. So the first one is gentle and cruel. So who was gentle? Androcles was gentle, he was kind, he was courteous. And who was cruel? His master was very, very cruel. Okay, so gentle means having a soft nature, and cruel means not at all having pity or mercy with anyone. Then you have the next pair of opposite words, unhappy and happy. Now this is very simple. Unhappy means when you are not happy, when you are sad. And happy means when you are joyful. Okay, next one, paused and moved. So Androcles paused first and then he moved towards the lion. So pausing means halting and moving means to start walking again. Okay, the second last one, escape, capture. So Androcles escaped from the clutches of his evil master, but he was captured by the soldiers of the king. Not only Androcles was captured, but also the lion was captured. So escaping means running away and capturing means to get caught again. And the last one, dismay and joy. So this is almost the same as unhappy and happy. When you are dismayed, it means you are not at all happy. You're disturbed. Okay? And joy means you're very happy. So these were the pairs of opposite words from the story. So children, what all did we do today? We looked at the story Androcles and the lion, and we tried to understand what the story or what George Bernard Shaw wants to tell us through the story. So he has given us the message of friendship, the message of gratitude, the importance of having mercy on someone, helping someone, etc. Okay? So hope you enjoyed the story and hope you learned also something from the story. So that was all for today, children. Thank you so much.
So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learned a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.